Today's topic was suggested by one of our uh, three fans. Oh, actually, we have about 150 now. So I only have about a million more to go before we make some money on this channel. So be sure to approve, click on the thing for subscribing and voting. And now here's what we're going to talk about today. Would I become a PT today knowing what I know? And you might find the answer to be a little bit interesting. I'm going to find it interesting myself. Now, wait, keep going. Here, we're going to go walking around. Oh, here come some beautiful girls. Now, here we were in beautiful Campione, Italy, and guess who came by? Two of my old girlfriends. I can't believe it. They're so beautiful. Even after, even after 20 years, even after 20 years, we're still pals. So anyway, I wanted to let you know in this town, there's so many beautiful girlfriends. So say something.
I'm Luisina, and ciao, bella serata.
Where are you from?
I'm from Mauritius Island.
Mauritius, yes.
I'm from Senegal, West Africa.
Senegal. You know, I used to be the consul general at Senegal many years ago. Yeah. I knew a guy who was the president. Guy with a white wife, a poet. He was a Senghor. He was my buddy in the old days. Yeah. And so she's from Senegal. Wow, what a nice visit. Are you from Dakar?
Yeah.
Oh, good. And how long you here for? For good?
1 year.
You gonna stay here?
Yeah.
Where do you live?
Here in Campione.
Wow, I never have seen you before. Well, we're here a lot. Okay. Well, nice to meet you, girls, and
nice to meet you.
And we'll meet you.
It was a pleasure.
Wait, how can I say nice to meet you when they were my old girlfriends 20 years ago? But doesn't matter.
That's not okay. That's not okay.
Doesn't matter. Okay, bye, girls.
Bye.
Nice to see you. Hi, getting back to our original topic, would I become a PT today? Well, I invented PT, back in 1980. Can you, what, 20 plus 45 years ago. Wow. So I've been a PT for 45 years. Now, what is a PT? For those of you who don't know, it stands for Perpetual Tourist. And why would anyone be a perpetual tourist? Well, basically to escape and to start a new life. For instance, I had a friend back in the 1980 era who ran a very successful business, but he was very frustrated. First of all, he had two ex-wives, and he became what they call a professional defendant. He was always going to court to fight with the ex-wives over money. That's the usual thing, and custody of the kids. So he, as a professional defendant, he was spending half his time going to court. And if you've ever done that, many of the judges, they think they're God. And you say the least little wrong thing, hey, judge, you're being very unreasonable. Oh, I will hold you in contempt of court. That's 30 days in jail unless you shut your mouth. You say, judge, how can I shut my mouth? You're so unjust. 30 days in the pokey. Okay, so he was in and out of the pokey, in and out of court all the time. In his business, he had a fight with a union leader who was always demanding a personal bribe. That's almost like the mafia. Well, in that town in those days, the union leaders often were really what you'd call crooks. Right? Then he had to deal with the income tax man who said, this isn't deductible, that is, and, just general fights. All right, so this guy was talking to me right before I invented the concept of PT, and he said, I would love to get out of this rat race and start all over again. And so, both for himself and for me, I thought, well, I got to figure this out. And that's when I came up with, what eventually became the 5 flags. You got a place to invest your money. You have to have a source of income. You have to have basically a new passport so you can disappear from your old country. It's kind of like witness protection without the government support. Okay, so PT is not for everyone. If you're if you have a job you like or love and you're a barista and you're happy with that job, or you're a disc jockey, or whatever you may be, if you're very happy with that job, there's no reason for you to think about becoming a PT. A PT becomes a PT because he wants to get out of the situation he is in. So you go, you start out to be a PT by going to another country. Doesn't matter where. If you're in the USA, you can go to Canada if you like it cold. You can go to Mexico if you like it warm. And if you're very adventurous, you might want to go to Europe or Serbia or, oh boy, I'll tell you, the biggest treat I ever had was going to Vietnam and going to Thailand. I mean, that is beautiful girls that you can meet. Wink, wink, wink. And uh, and nobody, you're a respected, wonderful tourist, a source of wealth for that country. So the last thing they want to do is bother you. Not so true in Mexico, where the cops, at least used to be, very corrupt, and they would hit you up for bribes on the least excuse. But in any event, you leave your own country, and you, for the first maybe year or two, you go to different places. And as you do this, you learn that if you don't want to be a taxpayer, or considered a resident for taxpayer, you shouldn't really stay more than 6 months. But in my case, I said, don't stay more than 3 months. You can go to uh, three or four different countries, or maybe spend a month on a cruise. And hey, uh, that's how you start off. And you then, of course, have to have a place to either live off your investments, or if you don't have enough money to live off your investments, you have to have some sort of income and way to make money. So now, getting back to our story, uh, would I do it today? Well, sure. If I had something to escape from, if I wanted to get away from my ex-wives and going to court every week for alimony increases or fighting over child support, sure, why not become a PT? But if I'm happy where I am in a job I like, well, no reason to become a PT. Okay, would I do it today? No, absolutely not. Why? I am 87 years old. I'm getting very tired of traveling. I don't want to be in a car, getting in a motel, opening and closing suitcases. No way. So I have bought a condo in a nice hot country, and I go there when it's cold in Europe, and uh, I don't stay more than 6 months in either place, and nobody bothers me. And I don't know if I'm a PT or not anymore. I guess I'm a retired PT. So the answer to the question of my fan is, would I become a PT? No, I've graduated. I went to PT school for 40 years. I learned how to do it very well. I advised, maybe at least a few hundred clients on how to change their life for the better. And I'm I'm happy I did that. They paid me well, and as a consultant. And now I'm just hanging out here with my my grandson, and we're having a good time. And I have had the same woman with me for many years. Hey, what's not to like? And so with that, I'm going to say hasta luego. See you tomorrow.